The Mining Impacts Calculator is a tool for assessing the social and environmental damage caused by gold mining in the Amazon. The tool uses an economic formula that establishes a relationship between the various forms of gold extraction and the possible damage that this activity causes to rivers, forests, and local communities. The calculator can be used to estimate reparations, calculate investments to prevent impacts, and even estimate costs for producing mercury-free gold extraction technologies. Do you want to better understand how to use the tool to calculate these values? If so, let's take a guided tour of the site. First, go to www.miningcalculator.conservation-strategy.org. On the homepage, you will find the options User Guide and Calculator. In the User Guide, detailed explanations are available for each of the variables that you will be considering to perform your calculation. If you don't have specific information, you can still perform the search. In this case, average values for context and impact of the mining operation will be automatically included by the site. After reading the instructions, at the bottom of the page, you will find the calculator form where you can add each of the variables for the mining operation you are interested in. The other option is to go straight to the calculator. In the right corner of the page, you can immediately find the form to fill in for the calculation. If you need more information about the fields requested in the form, you don't need to go back to the user guide. In the left corner, an expandable menu will show you the same detailed information as was in the user's guide. The first field to be filled out is the one that defines the location of your analysis. It is mandatory to select a country upon which your calculation will be based. Then, you need to define whether the calculation will be based on the general country parameters or on a specific region. When selecting a location, other variables that will influence the calculation are automatically defined, such as the density and size of the affected population. If you choose to calculate region-specific impacts, you must select which state, municipality, or equivalent subnational entity will be used as the basis for the calculations. Next, you will select the type of extraction used, alluvial, dredges boats, or pits. Each of these produces very different impacts on the environment, so the results will vary greatly depending on your choice. You can read more information about each of these options by using the menu on the left. For each type of mining, it is also necessary to define the units of measurement referring to the extraction mode that will be used in the calculation, such as the size of the mining operation or the number of boats in operation during the extraction year. The calculator uses different weights of values based on different economic theories. Therefore, you need to define whether the impacts will be calculated based on average values, which is known as the conservative scenario, or based on the maximum values of damage caused, the so-called precautionary principle scenario. The calculator's original values are from 2022. To update them to the current year, you need to enter the cumulative inflation value. In Brazil, you can calculate the accumulated inflation at the link available on the left menu. Finally, you must select which use of the calculator best suits your needs. The search results will be the same regardless of this option, but the way in which the data is made available is customized for each use. Ready? Now it's time to see your results. First, the monetary impacts of mining carried out under the conditions you established in the form are shown. It is possible to visualize in figures how much the socio-environmental damage caused by mining costs the public, and also the value of this gold which was illegally extracted. When hovering the cursor over the graph that shows the accumulated values of the impacts in relation to the commercial value of gold, it is also possible to see how much each impact costs separately. Below, 3 tabs describe the main impacts measured by the calculator: deforestation, silting up of rivers, and mercury contamination. In each of them, you will find an explanation of the calculated figures, a pie chart which details each of the costs related to this impact, and an explanatory infographic of the measurement methodology behind these numbers. At the bottom of the page, there is also a table with non-monetary impacts that are a result of the mining activity defined by your search. It is possible to go back to the form and repeat the search as many times as you want using new parameters. It is also possible to print a report in a PDF form with the results of each of your searches. On the Mining Impacts Calculator website, you will also find up-to-date information about the tool and its uses by different stakeholders working to combat illegal mining in the Amazon. It is also possible to access the report with a complete description of the methodology that gave rise to the calculator, and to read other academic publications based on this tool. To learn more, visit miningcalculator.conservation-strategy.org.